For whatever reason, dual card slots seem to be the hype. I've got a camera here with only one. I've got a camera back there with two. Let's talk about it and let's work out what and when you actually need each one. I'm going to try and cover every genre of photography here. I apologize if I don't get your niche, but let's dive into it. Dual card slots are brilliant if you use them and write raw files to both cards at the same time. It's a great thing to do. You would be an idiot to have a dual card slot camera and not record RAWs to both cards. Memory cards are cheap, losing data is expensive. You'd be an idiot to do it, but don't think that that gets rid of any chance of corrupt files. One of the 2 times when I've had corrupt files was using a dual card slot camera, and guess what? Both cards had corrupt files because the camera corrupted the file and wrote it to both cards. It's only going to protect you from a bad card. Now here's the thing most people don't know, memory cards, you're only supposed to use them for 2 years. If you're a heavy shooter, like we are in this studio here, 2 years of use, then you drill through it and you put it in the bin. You have to destroy it so people don't nick your work, because you can get, I don't know if you've ever done data recovery. I put one of these memory cards in before and brought back 4 photo shoots. It's terrifying. So if you have dual card slots, use them. However, you do not need them necessarily. Back in the day when I shot weddings, you know that time when you really mustn't miss the shot, we used a 5D Mark II. The only cameras back then that had dual card slots were the 1DS Mark IIIs and 1D Mark IIIs. The way we made sure that we didn't lose a vital part of the day was that we shot on small memory cards like this, 8GB SanDisk. We'd shoot on a torrent of small memory cards. We'd also have 2 photographers with 2 cameras. So each part of the day had 4 cameras and 4 8GB cards shooting it. If my card and this one went corrupt, I've still got my other camera and my second shooter's 2 cameras. If you shoot on a big card, which seems to be the trend nowadays, if that card corrupts, you lost everything. The whole day. That is how we used to combat it. Now, if you use a professional camera in a studio camera as it were, they don't come with dual card slots. And until reasonably recent years, they didn't come with card slots at all. You just tethered onto a computer and then made your backups there. Our system for tethering is we shoot directly to the computer's hard drive, then it duplicates it to 2 SSDs. That's not so much to avoid corrupt files, because if it's corrupted on the way in, it's corrupted on all the backups. The same with the dual card slot scenario. It's more for speed of data transfer and backing up long term. You know, one goes to the editor, one goes to our system. We need those drives to get things moving quickly. It's not so much for safety. It's very rare that it will shoot to the computer and it will not corrupt there but corrupt somewhere else, or corrupt there and not corrupt somewhere else. Doesn't really happen. Now in all my years of shooting, yeah, I've had it go wrong. I've had a memory card corrupt and had maybe 5 files on there which were irretrievable. No one knew, no one ever found out. It's just the way it is. Like if a first kiss was happening at a wedding, you shot accordingly. You'd get 3 frames on your first camera, you'd literally drop it, pick up your second camera and grab some more frames. And it wasn't just because, oh, I need to make sure my cards don't corrupt. It was mostly so we need an 85 shot and a 35 shot. We need the context and the detail. So now we've got it covered anyway. The dual card slots back then were designed for very different use. They were designed mostly for sports cameras and press cameras, and they would often shoot RAW to one card and JPEG to the other, and they'd whip out the JPEG card and hand it over to the guy putting it on the wire. It was for speed. It wasn't a backing up for corruption issue. Now, if you have 2 card slots, you better be using them because you'd be in a mug not to. But if you don't, there's so many workarounds and you're not gaining that much safety. It's only if you happen to have a faulty card. Now, if you've had your card for a few years by this point, probably time to shop them in and get some new ones. So that's my take on dual card slots. If you sat there with a camera and you're going, I've only got 1 card slot, I really need a camera with dual card slots, you probably don't. If you've got dual card slots and you're only using 1 card slot, probably put in a second card. It's not a make or break camera spec, it really isn't. It's not something, I don't even know what memory cards my Fuji takes, and I'm sure it has dual card slot. If we were shooting untethered, which I'd never do as a commercial photographer, I'd put 2 cards in there. But if I was shooting on my 5D Mark II, I'd be quite happy with 1 card. When I shoot film, we only ever had 1 roll in the body at any time, and then we had to give it to a lab and often get it back in the post. There was so much more room for things to go wrong, and it rarely did. Of course things go wrong, they always will do. but it's more likely you're going to mess up the next part of the process, which is backing up your own work. I can't tell you how many people have phoned me up going, "It says my media is offline in Lightroom," and they've deleted the raw files and they can just see the JPEG previews. Don't be that person. Get your backup sorted. We cover it all over on Studio Access. I'll pop a link down below. Just make sure you're on it.